African Americans in this country are the only groups. They have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently there's not an African American culture?
No.
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name 2 value systems in the African American culture.
Value system?
Yes. Name 2 taboos in the African American culture system. Name 2 traditions, by the way, in the African American culture system. There is no value for freedom if you don't understand what it is. The concept of free. You have to have a foundation on which it would balance when you ask for it. Civil right, they give it to you. You have no culture. Nancy, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking? So anything
but I feel like African American culture has definitely
you say
mainstream.
No, you say the word, the African American culture. What is it? Okay,
fine. Like hip hop. Oh, not hip hop. I mean, I don't want to. Yes, I feel like
you haven't thought about it. It's fine. Don't make things up.
I'm not making it up.
Okay,
then
educate me. You feel. You should know. You were born and raised here.
Yes, but I have a Haitian.
Are you African American?
I'm Haitian American.
That's correct. Do you see why you were being specific with that? Because anybody who encounters you already knows you before. If they know you are Haitian, at least 2 things comes to their mind.
What is that?
If they've been to Haiti, they can look at work ethics and they say, yes, Haitians, I know them. Service industry, they know where they do well. Food, they can say yes. And even language, Creole.
Right.
And they can say, oh, I love Haitians. Mm-hmm. Because they saw the culture in abstract before they encountered you. Mm-hmm. So people go over the bridge of your culture, your tradition, your customs, and that helps them to know how to
address it.
Exactly.
Is that not Black American culture? Because when do immigrants decide Black Americans don't have any culture? Is it back in their homeland, or is it when they step foot here? Because that looked like Black American culture circa 2005 to me. I think one of the tenets of Black American culture, since I've had to defend it a lot this year and also define it, is evolution. Black American culture evolves in a way that other cultures, especially when they come to America, fossilize. Like, it's called cultural fossilization, where you come to a country and then your culture stays the same because it's basically the culture that it was when your parents first came here. So you still practice the same cultural norms that your parents had when they left their country. But Black American culture, since it's here, since we're home, it evolves. Just like cultures in other countries evolve. Their slang evolves, their way of dress evolves, everything. But the immigrants, when they come here, it stays the same because they have the culture that they left. As they keep the same culture that they left from whenever their parents first got here. But it's just, I just find it interesting that Black people will come to this country and say Black Americans have no culture.
They must listen to when I say there is no such thing as African American culture. Culture for me is not dance, food, clothing. Those are not cultures. Culture is a worldview. The worldview is what drives people. Their relationship to wealth, to money, to community, to marriage, to family. It's the worldview they have. That's the foundation of a culture. And number 2, there is no possibility for you to have a culture without having a language. The traumatic thing about slavery is not merely asking you to work long hours. The Russians had hard labor camps in Siberia. Many countries, Japanese had it, where people work and they die. The traumatic thing about slavery is one thing only, which everyone has written about. They took our language away. They took our culture away. They took our history and religion away. That is a traumatic thing about being a slave. Now, if they took those things away, how and when were they recovered?
Every time I hear somebody say that Black Americans have no culture, I think
you're the reason why people keep on asking this question, because you don't even know how to answer this question. When asked, what is Black American culture? You need to actually show Black American culture, like they do in Louisiana, for example. They have actual Black American culture. But you coming out here showing a plate of food and some dude with a radio. What does that have to do with anything? Let's go with the plate. On your plate, you have collard greens. Africans also have collard greens. It is cooked the exact same way. In Congo, for example, we call it ndunda. Same thing. And on top of that, you have the audacity to show mac and cheese. Mac and cheese.
They said Black Americans have no culture. But what happened next? Nobody was ready for this response. Comment came from Immigrants online, claiming culture is about language, roots, and tradition. But Black Americans weren't staying quiet this time around. They fired back saying, how do we have no culture when the whole world copies us? From hip-hop to fashion, from slang to global trends. What people call mainstream, a lot of it started with Black Americans. And here's the deeper point. Their culture wasn't just inherited, it was built through slavery, segregation, and struggle, and they created something entirely new. So maybe this isn't about no culture. Maybe it's about people not recognizing the culture they benefit from every day. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're new here, to let us know where you're watching us from. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Video credit goes to the original creators for every video used in this episode. Let's get back to the video. I'll be right back with more commentaries.
Somebody has said that African Americans don't have a culture. Okay, well, I'm going to take on that challenge because Mr. Mann's asked for systems, traditions, taboos, the foundation. All right, come on. Start with systems. All right, well, we have the village system, right? Where aunties, play cousins are all raised at Big Mama's house, right? At Gigi's house, right? At Granny's house. We all raised right alongside the parents, right? Their children. It's one big family village. It's one big village. That is a system of survival when America tried to break our families apart. Second system, call and response, right? In church, in music, in conversation, call and response. When one voice calls, the community answers. This is how we affirm each other, how we build rhythm within our community. Now you want taboos. All right, disrespecting your elders. The last thing you're about to do is walk up in Granny's house and not take them shoes off and not announce yourself and greet everybody. And you sure as hell ain't about to talk crazy to no elder. You don't cross no elder. That's cultural law. Another taboo, getting too cozy and friendly with authority. See, we have always known that police and state do not protect us. So being a snitch or trusting white authority a little too much, that's taboo. And this is ancestral knowledge that's been passed down out of survival. And you want traditions, baby, the Black church, hello. It ain't just about the religion, it's music, it's community, it's fashion, it's politics. It's where a lot of our ancestors went to get healing. And I'm talking about emotional and mental healing from a world they had to walk around in telling them that they're not good enough. Doing everything in its power to make sure they don't survive where they could come to church and get their spirits built back up. Baby, that's tradition. Even though I am no longer a Christian and I have deconstructed my Christianity, you best believe I feel right at home at a Black church. Best believe it. And I go every now and again just so I can keep that community because, baby, that's tradition.
Of America, right? But what is the culture? Bro, let me educate you. Every culture speech, a tribe, every tribe have a language. What is it? Apart from English, what other language do Americans speak? The Black Americans. The Mexicans in America speak Spanish. They have something they speak outside English. The Asians, the Chinese, everybody speak their language outside English. What do you speak? What is the trace of your culture you're talking about? What is American culture? I want to know what is the Black American culture. I keep hearing this culture. Bro, the Black Americans are the culture, maybe baby mama culture. Single women having 3 kids. That's probably their culture. Or the numbers of the highest incarcerated Black young men in America. That's their culture. I don't know. Is it the pim culture? The gang banging culture? Is that the culture? Bro, the Black American culture is about wearing, let's say, wearing the Nikes, they want to be on the trend game, These are the culture. But I don't know why the Black Americans feel like they should be the center of Black people around the world, or they should be the face of Black people around the world. Why?
And these are the people that y'all want us to unite with. These are the people that y'all are trying to force all of us to be Pan-Africans with. These are the people that y'all are trying to force us to get out in the fucking street to march for them to be able to stay comfortably in the country that our ancestors built, in a country that systemically, you know, we have a lot of shit going on that we're continuously fighting, but they're able to comfortably migrate here because of the work that people that look just like me from my lineage has put in. These are the type of people that y'all want us to fucking fight for. That's constantly saying we have no culture. We all supposed to fall under the black umbrella, though. Oh, just because the police see you, they gonna all see us as the same. These people do not fuck with us. Look at them. They keep saying, what's your culture? While simultaneously biting off of us. They bite off of everything we do. Y'all are in my comments literally saying, clock it. Where the fuck y'all got clock it from? Y'all didn't come up with that in South Africa. The periods, y'all didn't come up with that. Y'all dressing like how we dress. Using our art form, which is the genres of music, the type of music that Tyler does, and piano, I think I'm saying it right, is it derives from jazz music, which is Black American grown, hip hop, which is Black American grown, and house music, which is Black American grown. We've literally contributed to the entire world, and not just music. The phone that you're using. I'm not about to get into what our culture is. It's every fucking thing you live, eat, and breathe.
It's really so hilarious to me that people love to say that Black Americans have no culture while speaking Black American English, while constantly speaking about the things that Black American people do. If we don't have no culture, why are y'all so much in the mix? Where's your culture?
The reason why Africans say stuff like Black Americans don't have culture, we don't know who we are, we don't know where we come from, is because our culture in America doesn't center Africa. So what I mean by that is, if you look at like the Caribbean and South America, a lot of their culture and traditions mimic cultures or mimic the things that are done culturally in Africa, in different parts of Africa. So they've taken a lot of that African tradition and incorporated it into their cultures down in the Caribbean and in South America. So that's why they're not going to tell them that they don't know who they are, they don't know where they came from, you know, they're lost. They're not going to say that to them because their culture, a lot of their culture resembles that different cultures in Africa. Whereas in America, as Black Americans, most of our culture, especially not mainstream culture, does not resemble anything African.
What do you think? Is culture something you inherit or something you create? You might have missed what was said at the beginning. Watch this video again. This could change everything. If you value conversations that go deeper than headlines, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on your notifications so you never miss future discussions. This channel exists because of you, and conversations like this matter because you engage. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay compassionate, and most importantly, stay active in the dialogue. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.